Pido disculpas. Buenas tardes.
It's you, Dads, and the proprietress.
We've evacuated all the townspeople, except for our friend here, of course.
The ship stopped sinking. It's no longer at a lean either.
What of the townspeople? They'll be heading back in droves, right?
Actually, they all say they've had it with this ramshackle ship. They're sailing off to various other realms as we speak.
Legend has it that Grand Ship was built by pirates. Perhaps that blood is still in us.
Well, at least everyone is safe. That's a relief.
That's relief.
Look, there's a wheel in the council chamber. Hard to starboard. Full speed ahead.
¿Cómo se lo pasa, ¿Cómo se lo pasa? El ring, a ver.
Hey, stop fooling around, Ring-a-Bell. You too, Adia.
I wonder what this button does. It's glowing.
Like I said, quit messing.
Un botón rojo así de grande. Y dice, no tocar. Vas por culo.
The residents have left the ship and don't appear to be coming back. Women are drawn to men with a wild streak and a hint of danger in their eyes.
¿Sabes quién se lo compró?
Stop spouting nonsense and push the darn thing.
All right then.
No, yo no. Yo no. Yo no. Yo no. Yo no. Sino Paco. Paco se lo compró. Bueno, se lo compró hace 2 meses o 3 meses. Era una oferta. Pero...
Hey, it's taking off. This is an airship.
¡Wow!
How on earth does a ship this large get airborne?
¿Qué cómo? Poder del amor.
Amazing! We're up so high!
Amazing.
Joder, ¿cuánta gente va a decir amazing?
Well, I'll be. She can get up to twice the altitude of the
Me importa... Lo de alto no me da igual.
over into the Dutch.
Lo que quiero saber es la velocidad.
Easily! Yay! Now we can go and awaken the Earth Crystal!
Y unas vacaciones.
Well, Agnes, shall we make for the Duchy of Eternia?
Yes! That settles it. I'm staying too.
You want to go with us?
You must all be famished. I'll get the kitchen ovens fired up.
Dun, 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 dun. ¡Ole, ole! El grandeza, ningún terreno te puede impedir avanzar. Aquí mandas tú. Para aterrizar busca un claro y pulsa A. Para amerizar puedes poner el echalot a navegar. Menú del barco. Has perdido tu barco al desembarcar el del grandeza. No pasa nada. Para eso está el icono del barco volador en la parte inferior del menú del mapa. Dale un toque. Conversación. La tabernera tiene una actitud valiente, pero ahora vamos al ducado, territorio enemigo. Sí, va a ser peligroso. Zat, es mejor que vosotros y la tabernera os vayáis del barco. Aunque me mata decirle adiós a su comida. No más postre. No queda otra opción. Además, estos dos tienen su misión como escudados. ¿Misión? Ah, sí, no os preocupéis por eso. Ahora tenemos órdenes de escoltar a la bestia del viento y protegerla. ¿Qué? ¿Desde cuándo? Desde que nos ayudaste. Son órdenes del propio comandante Goodman. Por eso venimos a la grandeza, para devolverle el favor. La vieja casa está llena de nuevos escudados que han ido a robarnos. Entonces solo nos queda la taberna. La tabernera, tendremos que convencerla. Sí, buena suerte con eso. Quizá cuando el monte Carca se congele. Tendréis suerte si no atiza por decirlo. He nacido y he crecido en la grandeza. A quien no le guste, que se largue de mi barco. Lo has clavado, diría eso, seguro. Una gran invitación. Pero es muy peligroso, se lo decimos por su propio bien. Mira, creo que al ver algo se ha removido en su interior, inspirándola. Además, ¿de verdad creéis que podéis vivir sin su comida ahora que la habéis probado? Un destino más triste que 1000 muertes. ¿Acaso no es verdad? No estás muy equivocada. Oíd, dejadlo en nuestras manos. Entre los tres protegeremos el barco mientras estéis fuera, sea como sea. Entonces os doy las gracias. Zaz. No es nada. Descansad tranquilamente y dejadnos el bar con nosotros. ¡Otra conversación! El hielo de Eternia. ¡Wow! Es asombroso. Mirad lo alto que estamos. Podría observar a todas las mujeres del mundo desde la cubierta de la grandeza. Allá voy, cariñitos. Ahora mismo estoy a menos de 10 minutos de cada uno de vosotros. La larga espera ha terminado. Siempre estás pensando lo mismo y no deberías sentirte orgulloso. Es extraño volver a casa después de tanto tiempo. Eternia. Tierra de inmortales. Allí hace frío todo el año, ¿verdad? Sí, y cuando digo frío, digo frío. Abrigaos todos bien. Idea, ¿cómo es la nieve? Nunca la he visto. Debo decir que es lo primero de mi lista blanca como la nieve. Son cristales blancos y blanditos que llueven del cielo. Ya, la verdad es que suena muy romántico. Son trozos de algodón de azúcar que caen del cielo. A ver, tampoco tanto. También se derriten en la lengua, pero es salada, no dulce. No me digas. Empieza siendo agua del mar evaporada, al fin y al cabo. Oh, claro, y el mar está bastante salado. Y eso no es todo. A veces cuando nieva, caen peces del cielo. ¿Peces? ¿En serio? No la engañes, Ringabel, pobrecita. Sé bueno. ¿Es mentira? Perdona por no decir nada. Si tienes más preguntas, te diré la verdad. En serio, idea, ¿de qué color es la nieve en realidad? ¿Blanca? Eso es lo único que no te ha mentido. Joder, va rápido, ¿eh? El bichejo este. Vale, me he estrellado. ¿Puedo aparcar aquí? Oh, puedo aparcar. Ole, ole. Vamos a hacer esta secundaria. Y lo vamos a dejar por aquí. Que me estoy... Mi bolsa escrotal está muy caliente. Vamos a dejarlo ahí. Lo que he dicho, Fran. Lo has escuchado. Sabes lo que he dicho. Vamos para adelante.
I've been expecting you. Thank you so much for what you have done.
De nada, buen hombre.
Oh, Commander Goodman.
Comandante, buen
Good
hombre.
to see you at home for a change.
I came as soon as I could when I heard the Wind Vestal was holding a banquet in my honor.
A banquet?
Nosotros no queremos dos
My
banquetes.
wife is also most pleased. You can see she's all in a bustle getting things ready. I did wonder at seeing the names of officers Steiner and Neuer on the invitation. How did you know the names of our shield-bearer officers, Vestal? I don't remember introducing you.
Es una trampa.
You've lost me, I'm afraid.
Well, I received your letter saying that you'd like to hold a banquet at my residence.
I have no recollection of sending such a letter.
Is that so? Strange. I'm quite certain it was signed in your name.
Chicos, recordad. Si recibió una carta con un nombre de una persona, pero esa persona no tiene ni idea de que... O sea, no recuerda haberla enviado, posiblemente sea una trampa. Lo mismo con los emails, ¿vale? Este es el típico email de: soy el príncipe de Zamunda, necesito dinero para reconvertir dinero. Te haré millonario. Confía en mí. Pásame unos bitcoins.
Never mind that, everyone. The banquet shall be ready soon.
Well, I'd hate to put this food to waste. And Eleanor seems so happy.
Indeed, we would be delighted to join you.
Excellent. Please, this way.
Me estoy dando cuenta ahora. Si me veis, estoy aquí. Estoy jugando con el pelo de la barba. Me estoy dando cuenta lo duro que lo tengo.
Allow me to introduce everyone. These are my chiefs of operations. My closest advisors, you might say.
My name is Saranish Steiner. It is a great honor to walk
Steiner.
in your countenance, Lady Vestal.
I am Savish Neuer. I'm very glad to make your acquaintance.
No era de Final Fantasy 9, ¿no?
Pleased to meet you both.
Well, now that formalities are out of the way.
Claro, estoy
let's
jugando con el
get
pelo aquí
into
de la barba.
Daniel,
What is it?
I just opened a letter that arrived this morning.
A letter? There's no sender on the back. Let me see.
Está durito.
Daniel Goodman, Shield Bearer Commander, shall die this night.
What on earth? Is this some kind of sick joke? Who would send such a thing?
It came this morning. I think Nastasia, our servant, collected it.
I don't like this one bit.
Well, we veterans should be able to look after ourselves. We should enjoy the feast, Commander Goodman.
You are right. Are you okay, Eleanor?
Yes. I'll bring the food now.
Estabas tú muy pendiente de otras cosas. Estabas tú muy pendiente de lo de duro.
My apologies for this disruption, everyone.
Ay.
That letter chilled my blood.
A death threat, it seems.
¿Verdad, coño? En mi mano tengo un pelo, lo que pasa es que no se ve en cámara.
Things.
Está bien durito.
That was Eleanor's voice.
What is wrong?
Something terrible has happened. It's Nastasia. She's dead.
¿Cómo?
Nastasia is dead. She was not breathing.
Definitivamente está muerto.
Pulse.
We believe a blow to the back of her head with a blunt object is what killed her. But we haven't found a weapon.
We've placed her body in bed for now.
I'm more concerned at the fact that the front door will not open. It seems to be sealed shut from the outside.
Es una trampa.
We cannot get out.
Can't we just break a window?
I'm afraid not. This residence was formerly a stronghold. There aren't any windows on the first floor.
Vaya.
So that means we're trapped?
What on earth is going on? Who killed that servant?
A mí no me mire.
I was preparing the food with Nastasia just before. Right up until I opened that threatening letter.
Tenía veneno.
I noticed nothing amiss at that point.
Then it must have been you who killed her. Who else here would have had the chance?
A ver. Newe.
Nonsense. Why would my wife ever do such a thing?
Que eres una marca bastante regulera.
Idea. Perhaps she was the one who wrote that letter as well.
Oficial escudada.
I would never harm a fly.
But you were the only one who could have been with the servant at the time she was killed.
Wait! The culprit will not be found through conjecture.
That said, the murderer must be among us.
Among Us. Among Us. Ha dicho Among Us. Que lo que iba a decir una cosa, pero se me ha olvidado. Dice, tú eres la que estaba más cerca de la asesinada. Chicos. La mujer de Kennedy estaba al lado cuando murió y no era la asesina, quiero decirte. Por más cerca que esté, no significa que sea ella. No haga. No. Primero pruebas, luego ya hablamos.
No. None have entered, and none have left. That leaves only us.
I would never accuse the Vestal. But how can we trust you other three? We know nothing about you.
That's just...
Never.
I'm sure I appear suspicious. After all, I have no memory and know not my own past.
There's no one who can attest to my background either.
Ah.
Oh, for pity's sake! Why do you travel with companions of such dubious origin, Vestal?
Somos los únicos que no hemos
All
atrevido.
of a sudden, the servant dies. Isn't the timing a little convenient?
A ver, Steiner, loco.
Enough. The Vestal and her companions have hardly had time to do such a thing since.
Si hemos estado juntos todo el rato.
And you well know how much they have aided the shield bearers already. I won't stand to hear the Vestal and her allies insulted.
However, in that case, the
¿Y
finger of
vosotros?
blame can point only to your good wife.
Wait! Allow me to take charge of this matter for now. I would ask that you all remain calm.
Venga, va. Con paciencia y saliva. Mirar. ¿Ya me has dado tranquilizante? No.
Yes, I know.
¿Por qué debería llevarlo?
But show some respect for the dead, ring a bell.
Hola, Koyuki. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Ah.
How are you holding up, Eleanor?
I can't believe this is happening. With my husband home at last, and you here for a banquet. Please believe me. I have not killed
Ah, claro.
How long had the servant girl been
Ay.
working at your residence?
Lo mismo que he hecho yo la referencia con Stein y Final Fantasy IX, tú me la has hecho con Detective Conan. Y los dardos. Ay. No estaba ahí rápido, tampoco.
Did she mention anyone that may wish to cause her harm?
No, she was a good girl. I cannot fathom why she was killed.
Don't take it too hard.
Que si está duro.
Not to. Oh, let me pour some tea.
¿Ha dicho Poison Tea? Yo he entendido Poison Tea en inglés, pero... Y está la cocina. Bueno. Neuer, tú no me caes bien, ¿eh? Yo te lo aviso.
I trust you will ensure that we get out of this mess in one piece, Lady Vestal.
I'll do my best. Who do you think the culprit is, Officer Neuer?
The evidence all points to the wife, no? She presents herself well and then goes and does these terrible things. Perhaps she resents Commander Goodman for not returning to his residence more often.
¿Sabes lo que pasa? Que esta quería ser, por lo visto, la pareja del comandante, y claro.
If this is true, I feel so sorry for poor for the commander. He has worked hard for his country. But if you want my honest opinion, I think another may be responsible.
Another person? Who?
This is for your ears only. I have heard disturbing rumors about Officer Steiner.
Pero bueno, vamos a ver.
Disturbing rumors?
Compañera.
He has worked his way up the ranks, serving with merit in many battles since the war began. Promotion after promotion, and now he is Joint Chief of Operations. I believe he wants to take command of the shield bearers. If the war continues, Commander Goodman may very well die in battle, and Steiner may be next in line. However, then you came along and put his achievements to shame. The war seems nearly at an end. He must have panicked. His mind is always plotting strategy, both on and off the battlefield. He must have used your name to set up this banquet.
Then why did he kill the servant first?
That is what makes him so shrewd. He is ensuring no suspicion falls upon him. First, the servant. Then he picks us off one by one as we turn on one another. Horrifying.
Pero puede ser lo mismo que ella. O sea, pues se puede pensar lo mismo que ella, pero bueno, ok. Tú eres el comandante, ¿no? No sé.
I am sorry you were dragged into this, Wind Vestal. I hope you and your companions can forgive me.
No need to apologize. I think it is your wife who needs your support right now. Perhaps you could speak with her later?
Yes, you are right. Do you have any idea as to who the murderer might be?
Not so far. Do you have any enemies, Commander Goodman?
Well, there are plenty of sword bearers.
Unos cuantos. Teniendo en cuenta que soy comandante, unos cuantos.
No ally holds a grudge against me. Officers Steiner and Neuer have been steadfast in their support throughout the war.
What do you know of Nastasia, the murdered servant?
Today was the first time I'd met her, actually. I've not been able to spend any time at home.
Vaya.
I see. Thank you for answering my
¿Qué te apuestas a que no está muerto? Y es un engaño.
I doubt that Commander Goodman is behind this, Agnes.
I feel it best that I speak with everyone, just in case.
Claro, nos queda
The least likely suspect
Steiner.
turns out to be the culprit.
Even when death threats are made?
Especially when there are death threats. This whole affair has made no sense from the start. An invitation to a banquet sent in the name of Agnes, savior of the shield bearers. Of course, whoever is behind this invited their intended victims under the pretense of a banquet. If it was Commander Goodman, he could have conspired with his wife beforehand. They could have concocted these mysterious invitations and the death threat themselves.
If that's the case, then why kill the servant?
La engañaba.
Killing the servant may have been a diversion before they killed their true target. Either Officer Steiner or Officer Neuer, the two who received invitations. Or both of them.
Wait, it's too early to jump to conclusions. I can't imagine why the commander would want to kill those two.
Then maybe...
En este caso, sirvienta. Es la única que queda. O sea,
Do you have any idea who the culprit is, Vestal?
no, soy un pesado. No soy detective, soy sacerdotisa. Déjame en paz. Estoy preguntando.
The wife does appear to be the most likely suspect. However, I believe she has been framed.
Framed? What do you mean?
I'd have my eye on Officer Neuer if I were you.
¿Ve? Lo sabía.
Strikes me
La
as
Neue.
odd about her behavior. She is obsessed with furthering her career. I doubt she'd hesitate to knock down anyone she saw as competition. Forgive me for saying this, but she'll stop at nothing to get her way. You should see the way she looks at Commander Goodman, batting those eyelashes at him. And she blatantly acts as if she's his wife in front of others. Even though he has a splendid wife back at home, she uses any excuse she can find to keep him away from her. She's always holding strategy meetings and wanting to discuss enemy raids. As you can see, Commander Goodman is a sincere, earnest fellow, and the Civil War is drawing to a close. At this rate, she'll end up a mere officer, and Commander Goodman will go back to spending time with his wife. Perhaps she saw this banquet as her chance to make a move. That is what I think, anyway. Oh, and not a word to anyone about this. If she knew I had said these things, my life would be in danger. In any case, you should consider this, Lady Vestal.
Te digo que lo ha dicho muy alto y que está al lado, ¿sabes? No digo nada.
Your attention, please. Until we identify the culprit, I believe it best that we all stay...
Ahí falta Tiz.
Eventually, the others will realize something is amiss. Once they do, they'll break us out of here. We just have to wait.
In the same room as a murderer? That simply will not do!
I agree. Officer Neuer and I were not mentioned in the death threat, but we certainly do not feel safe.
As long as we all stay in one place, the offender will not be able to take action. We all agree with the commander. Right, Agnes? Indeed.
I must ask you to be patient, Officer Steiner and Neuer.
Yes, of course.
It seems we have no choice.
Are you all right, Officer Steiner?
Le han venido reflujo, ¿eh? Yo solo digo eso. Se le ha sentido ahí el reflujillo.
Officer Steiner!
Era la esposa en todo momento. ¿O el té?
But how? What happened?
No, se nos va a extener, no.
It must have been poison.
Se nos va, no. Ya se ha ido.
Some tea, correct?
Poisoned? When?
The commander's wife poured tea for us all just now. The poison must have been in that! What? Officer Steiner was the only one to drink it. The rest of us had yet to take even a sip.
Si es veneno, con un sorbito, ya hubiera pasado algo. Como mínimo.
That is
Como
all
mínimo.
the evidence we need. It was you, you she-devil. You've shown your true colors.
A ver. Se le está acusando de forma muy grave y todavía es la mujer del comandante. No te calientes. Cruel mujer. Ya conocemos de sus intenciones. Te me relaja, ¿eh?
Calm down, Officer Neuer.
Gracias.
Calm down. Commander, this woman just tried to kill you. Officer Steiner is dead. But it could have just as easily been you, the Wind Vestal, her companions, or me. Oh, perish the thought.
Lo que pasa es que yo tengo una cosa que a mí no me va a matar. Que es el poder del plot. Del argumento. Entonces, yo tengo que sobrevivir.
Don't try and tell us it wasn't you. Tie this woman up immediately.
Unfortunately, under these circumstances, I cannot see how anyone else could be responsible.
Daniel, hombre.
Daniel.
Daniel.
I am sorry, Eleanor. I shall have to confine you in the cellar until you can be cleared of any wrongdoing. Is this acceptable, Vestal?
Yes.
Ay.
Oh, has it come to this?
Ah,
There
ahora
must
parece.
be some kind of mistake.
Mistake? Are you still on that woman's side? She has killed twice already.
Es que Savis.
But what is
Es
her
el nombre de
motive?
Savis.
Why would she kill the servant and Officer Steiner? And by means that could only point the finger at her.
We can find out what her reasons were later. At least she's now under lock and key. Now we just need to find a way out of here, and all shall be resolved. She must have been the one who jammed the front door as well. We should have questioned her.
Baja y pregunta.
We should go and have another look at the entranceway.
Venga, va.
I'm not going anywhere. No way. I'm staying put until help comes.
Very well. I'll stay here with her.
Ay. Pero vamos a ver. A la sirvienta habéis cogido y la habéis llevado encima de la cama. Y al pobre Steiner lo habéis dejado aquí tirado en el suelo. ¿No os da vergüenza?
What's this? Everything has gone dark.
Se ha ido la luz. ¡Loco! Que no hay electricidad. En todo caso, se ha ido la corriente. O sea, se ha ido la vela. Esto.
Extinguish the lights! Watch out! I have a bad feeling about this!
Commander Goodman, get the lights on now!
I will. Just a moment.
The lights are back!
Look, Officer Neuer.
No way.
What's wrong? I heard a scream.
Definitivamente ha muerto.
Ah, Officer Neuer, stay with me.
That woman did.
Woman? Which woman?
Sí, claro, ahora
Officer Neuer.
Edea o Agnes. Sí, hombre.
Is she...
Todo el mundo.
Yes.
So, she was attacked in the brief time that the lights were out?
Te pregunto, ¿cuándo si no? ¿La atacaron cuando se fue la luz? No, se fue cuando bebieron el té. ¿Te quiero decir?
Could the woman
Vamos a ver.
Officer Neuer mentioned be your wife?
Impossible. She's confined to the cellar. She had no way of killing Officer Neuer.
¡Es la sirvienta!
Could there be a secret exit out of the cellar? You've not spent much
Es la única que no estaba vigilada.
so perhaps you were simply not aware of it. Your wife, Eleanor, could have constructed a hidden passage.
Never.
Rica, a ver.
She may have started a...
Ahora la tía es arquitecta y obrera.
as the killer.
That's pure conjecture. There's no proof yet that Eleanor had any...
Gracias, Edea. Gracias por tener cabeza.
Go and talk with her. That is our only path of action right now.
¿Por qué no vamos a hablar con la sirvienta que está muerta? A lo mejor encontramos un cuchillo.
I cannot bear to face her right now. Here's the key.
Mira cómo no te dejan pasar. Bueno, ahí sí le ven los pececicos, ¿eh?
Has something happened? I heard a yell from
¿Qué ha pasado?
upstairs a while ago.
Lo sabes bien.
Have you been here the whole time?
Yes,
Let's look for a hidden passage.
a hidden passage. What are you talking about? I'm so confused.
Es su cosplay de cazador.
Do you deny that you used a hidden passage to sneak upstairs and slay Officer Neuer?
I know nothing of any hidden passage.
I believe you are telling the truth.
Y ese es el protagonista. No te pases, Fran.
We have a bigger problem. If you are innocent, then it must mean that Commander Goodman is the killer.
La primera muerte.
Daniel? A murderer?
A ver,
Only because there is nobody else it could be.
amiga. Que ha sido comandante en guerra, quiero decirte. Perfectamente puede ser un asesino.
Stayed together the whole time, so we cannot be responsible. The only other
Easy.
survivors here are you and your husband. Right before Neuer breathed her last, she indicated her killer was
Hace
a
así.
woman.
Se quita la máscara.
That makes you the only suspect.
But
Ojalá sea Ringabel y lo tenga que matar.
out of here.
There must be. Otherwise, who could be the culprit? There are no other women here. Except...
La sirvienta.
Wait. How could we be so stupid? We have made a fatal error. We must return to Commander Goodman at once.
No, ahora Ringabel resulta que es un detective privado.
You're mine, shield bearer. The meddling wind vessel and her companions are next for the knife. So let me make good on that threat.
Commander Goodman, watch out!
¿Se la ha parado de pecho?
You saved me.
Joder.
I don't believe it. Isn't that the servant, Nastasia? But she was the first to die.
Un golpe en la cabeza no significa que esté muerta. También te lo digo.
I confirmed it myself. She had no pulse.
But
Se
she
puede.
was the only woman in the house other than Eleanor and Officer Neuer.
Era la única mujer que había en la casa aparte de él en el oficial Neuer. Idea y Agnes te pueden meter ahora mismo un puñetazo y estarían diciendo. Se le puede decir. No hay nada que discutir. Yo solo lo digo.
We have been fooled by an elaborate ruse.
Who on earth are you? Reveal yourself!
Tampoco hace falta que grite tanto.
It has taken all my training to keep up my death ruse this long. Now you and your companions have unmasked me.
No está ni acelerado, ¿eh? La tía habla así. De rápido.
Real Nastasia.
Who knows? Perhaps she's melting away in the lava pits of Mount Karka by now. Really, your guess is as good as mine.
You fiend!
I was but a hair's breadth away from terminating my target, and then the wind vessel of all people has to show up. I certainly did not expect your arrival, I must admit, but that simply means I will add you and your followers to the list of victims to fall prey to my blade. Just as the fire vessel did at the Temple of Fire 3 years ago.
You were the one who took the fire vessel's life? Then you are a member of the Black Blades?
Mejor.
I'm Konoe,
Soy un ninja.
professional killer and leader of the Black Blades covert forces.
She's gone quiet. I've seen this woman near this residence before. She was just my type, so... I mean, she looked suspicious, so I chased after her, but she gave me a...
Ringabel, tenías que haber sido tú el sospechoso y haberte matado.
You mean this is the girl you were chasing after that time?
Here she comes!
Se viene. ¿Quién eres? Los cuatro de la derecha. La asesina es una asesina profesional de los espadachines negros. De los malos, básicamente. Y tú me vas a hacer una libra. Y el especial, dominación. Era la primera muerta. La sirvienta. Era. Qué perra. Vámonos. Copy, 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 copy. Qué poco aero, tío. 60.000 de vida, pues bien. $3.700. Está bien. Tengo que reducirle la velocidad al máximo para que se puedan ver las invocaciones. Pero bueno. A ver. Vamos a empezar a robarle. Voy a hacer los 4 sustracciones. Por si acaso. Panacea. Kunai. Nada. Nada. Mira, Creepy, para que tú lo sepas, y yo a Francis tú se lo dije. ¿Sabes cuánto estaba en la última semana de media? Estaba a 3,94. Tío, macho, no he podido ver las invocaciones. Bueno, las invocaciones yo las he visto, pero Fran no. Salto alto. Comparado con antes. ¿Utsemi qué? No. Que de odiarte. He dicho que no te he enseñado las invocaciones de este juego, que no sé si las quieres ver. Esta es de fuego. No me gusta ese Utsemi. Voy a hacerme... No. Le he puesto en automático. No quería. Salto, salto. Fallo. Fugacidad. A ver, te acabo de hacer la de fuego, loco. Tiz. ¿Será ídolo de Utsemi? Uy, será ídolo de Utsemi. ¿Qué te hago a ti, yo, tío? Voy a hacer Spiro en la espada. Y ahora disparo, 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 disparo. Tu invocación, pecado de Ciusudra. Ataque normal. Y salto, salto. Salto alto. Sí, claro. Esta es la de agua. Voy a guardar mi turno ahora mismo. Vale. Invocación, viento. Gracias. La he dejado calentica la idea, ¿eh? Hesberg. ¿Es un avión? ¿Es un pájaro? No. Es Bahamut. Es que lo que pasa es que va muy lento, tío. Ah, la cura a todo el mundo. ¿Qué le queda de vida? 24.000. Está duro. Invocación. Gigartubulblu. Y tú salto alto. Girtrablubul. Blulu. Me resulta difícil, decirlo. Es como exorcizar. Me es complicado. Al menos está guay ver algo diferente a los Final Fantasy. Chico. Sí. Ay, me pica la pierna. Me he quedado sin mana, ¿en serio? Bueno. Pues te vas a comer un rayo. ¿Qué se le va a hacer? Salto alto. Se ha muerto, ¿eh? Definitivamente se ha muerto. Definitivamente se ha muerto Ringabel. Pluma de Fénix. Ataque, ataque, ataque. No. Cura todo. Es que no sé si vais primero Tiz o no. Si lo supiera. Bueno, al menos ha vivido. Venga a ver. No sería la primera vez que mato un boss y muere uno y no me da tiempo a revivirlo. Don. Ole. Asterisco. Con dos armas. Gran potencia con dos armas. Prefiere daga. Ninjutsu. Ole. Uli, uli. Está guapo.
Any last words before you meet your maker?
Dije, el de la moto, ¿sabes?
So, the ninja chooses to remain silent upon her death?
You think? It looks like she has something to say. Look, she's changed her disguise again.
Delante de todo el mundo. Plop, plop.
I failed to assassinate the shield bearer commander, but at least I was able to eliminate 2 of the shield bearer officers. Not a bad result. All said. Unfortunately, the wind vessel I had used as bait actually appeared. There was no way I could have anticipated this turn of events. Perhaps this is what I get for taking the fire vessel's life. My punishment for not heeding the swordmaster's warnings. It was a...
Con temprano, ¿qué hora qué me está diciendo, Creepy? Es que claro, para mí temprano depende de ti.
regrettable misstep. If only the fire vessel had not ignored my warning and leapt into the lava pit. What did you say? What happened to the fire vessel?
It's no use. She's dead.
La bestia del fuego se cayó al fuego.
I owe you and your companions a great debt, Wind Vessel. Though we lost
3:04 de la mañana.
officers, I consider it a blessing that you and my wife escaped unharmed. I have done my wife a disservice. I was not able to trust her completely.
It was a tough situation we were placed in.
From now on, I'll do my best to spend more time at home, even when I'm busy.
Che, que si no, tu mujer
Be at ease.
te empieza a envenenar.
Lonely in this big house by myself.
Commander Goodman! Officer Steiner! Officer Neuer! Are you alright?
I am unscathed, as are my wife and the Wind Vestal's party.
I'll get the door open now! Please stand back!
That's one banquet I won't forget.
Ana. FBI, open up! Claro. Pues muy bien. Ole, ole. Ya tenemos 4 asteriscos más. Cada vez somos artistas, piratas, ninjas. No, 5. Y maestro espadachín. Solo contiene 9 mi horario para saber tu horario. A ver. Es que la cosa es que yo no me sé la diferencia de horaria, la verdad. Ese es mi problema. Las 3:04 de la mañana. Yo creo que si se puede en algún día se podrá. Ya verás como sí. Ole, ole. Pues con esta parte terminada de historia, me voy por satisfecho. Ya la próxima vez que juguemos, o sea, que siga en directo, ya veréis que todas las clases están subidas de nivel. Solo eso. ¿Y el barco? Tenía que llamarlo, ¿no? Todo el rato. Me ha aplastado. Voy a dejarlo donde debo. Y... perfecto. Bueno, al menos... sigo en directo. Me hubiera venido aquí. Fuera de directo y me da un tiro.
Vanished? You mean to say it has suffered?
No.
Little as yet, but it seems Grand Ship's inhabitants have evacuated en masse. And according to what we've heard from them, Grand Ship did not sink, it simply vanished.
How is such a thing possible?
Creepy. No, eso no. A ver. Tú el directo lo haces a tu hora. Ya me venga bien o no. Si me las tengo que ingeniar yo para poder verte, eso es distinto. O sea, eso es a cuenta mía. Pero tú no puedes cambiar tu horario para beneficiar a otros.
Alternus, where is the Wind Vestal now?
After a brief stop in the kingdom of Kaldisla, she entered Grand Ship before it vanished. Her current whereabouts are unknown.
Muster our forces with haste. I will have every last soldier be made ready for war.
Yes, your lordship. But may I be so bold as to ask, why? Our land of Eternia is an inviolable realm ringed with lofty highlands. Surely, even one such as the Wind Vestal could not...
It is my hope I make much of not. Yet we cannot leave matters to hope or chance, for we now have but one crystal under our control.
Could it be your lordship's daughter is providing the Vestal with information about our defenses?
Victor, hold your tongue.
No.
El caballero oscuro nos parece que es enano. A mí al menos me da la sensación de que es enano. ¿Ves? Está chiquito, la verdad es que está jodidamente chiquito. Vale. ¿Puedo dar? No puedo dar. Tengo que dar toda la vuelta. No me jodas. ¿No puedo dejar por aquí el barco? ¿Y hacer medio camino?
I bring ill tidings. An enormous flying vessel has been sighted over Southmore, and it appears poised to alight there.
Ill tidings? I fail to see how such a vague report is anything of the sort.
Suffice to say, sir, it's a veritable fortress, far beyond the size of an airship.
Could it be? Lord Marshal.
This is the wind vessel's doing.
Do you mean to suggest Grand Ship has taken flight? That it has surmounted the highlands that defend our land?
No.
How absurd.
Da la casualidad de que es el mismo barco, las mismas dimensiones y todo, pero no es grandeza y que vienen a destruir la defensa. Para nada.
They stand ready for war, as your lordship commands. And our troops in Frost Peak Passage and artillery at the summit are prepared to engage at any moment.
We shall join the defense effort. Victor, is the demon child ready for war?
Monstruita.
I beg you, call her
Es
not
Victoria.
child. That is, if you hold your life dear. And whether Victoria goes to war is not for either of us to decide. The decision is hers alone.
But is she not receiving treatment as we speak? When she worked her magic upon me, she seemed more than ready for battle.
Ya.
Her fits grow in frequency of late. Is she not nearing her catch?
Le van dando microinfarto.
There is no
No se va a hacer nada.
for alarm. None whatsoever.
Capítulo 4. Blanco y negro. Ole. No, al final no termino yo.
The crystal lies in Everlast Tower.
Isn't it in some manner of temple?
There are no crystal temples in the
Que
desert.
quiero llegar a la ciudad. Y quedarme ahí.
15 years have passed since they
Comprar y luego ya subirme la cosa.
in this land and remade the Temple of Earth into Everlast Tower. We must reach the city before we can get to the tower. And that means a trip through Frost Peak Passage.
Cumbre fría.
The army has special defense
Fácil.
units stationed there to prevent any intruders. It will be a fierce fight. So I suggest we prepare before setting
Será una vela terrible. Deberíamos prepararnos. Os aseguro de que vamos a estar preparados, ¿eh? Yo lo aseguro.
I want you to take the proprietress and flee in the ship if worse comes to worse.
Understood.
You can count on us.
¿Y ese gigante? Claro. Claro. ¿Por qué me van a dejar pasar por la puerta? No, hombre. Que yo quiero huir nada más. Ole. Escapié. Creo que se ha ido mi hermano. Vale. Buenas tardes. No he guardado. ¿Pasa algo? A ver. Tengo algo... O sea, ¿tú me puedes dar algo importante? Obviamente te voy a meter un fuego Prometeo. No, miscelánea. No he podido robar nada. ¿Cuánto? 60.000 de vida. Bueno. Vamos a probar con sustracción. Que algo podré hacer. Magia blanca, cura. A todo. Salto alto. Le ha metido paro. Perro. Ahí se ha quedado el paro. Se ha convertido... Ringabel de repente era español, pero ya no. Por la mitad. Bueno. Depende de cómo se considere en mitad. Pero más o menos. Queda todavía un poco. Con un poco bastante me refiero. Pero sí. Vale, no lleva nada. Basta de que me mates a la gente. Lo digo en serio. No me mates a la gente. Va a ser más rápido el Ringabel. Entonces tú vas a hacer un fuego Prometeo. Ringabel Lázaro a Tiz. Y directamente una cura plus a él. Y tú un salto de estos, bueno. Lo que no sé si tengo el disparo de máquina. Antibichos, plantas, bestias, voladores, acuáticos, dragones no muertos. No tengo. Pues a tirito. Vamos a ver. ¿Qué tenéis contra el pobre de Tiz? Mi pregunta. Que le habéis metido un meco que le habéis dejado planchado. Literalmente. Joder. Bueno, voy a hacer un par de turnos de curación. En general. Y luego un piro. Vamos allá, flamenco. Literalmente le han quedado 3000 de vida. Sentencia de fuerte. Sentencia... ¿Cómo se llama? Sentencia. Porque no sé por qué iba a añadir sentencia de muerte. Se murió. 4000 de pasta. 500 puntos de trabajo y 2000 de experiencia. Pero sí. Ya lo que me queda es... toda esta zona. Terminar de coger los asteriscos. Despertar el cristal. Y un poquito más. Sí, pero el gigante sale siempre. Por la de arriba, ¿no? La magia blanca. Válvula de magia blanca.
Yes, your lordship.
Durum, 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 durum. Eternia, tierra de inmortales. Seguimos con la historia.
So, Idea, this is the land of your birth.
It is.
It is that it is.
The popular date spots. I'll escort you to whichever you wish.
Actually, I'd rather not. This city is unlike any I have seen before. It is a curious town indeed. Yet I hadn't noticed till I'd been away for some time.
Idea, what are those stretching toward the city from up on that cliff over there?
Those are the white magic cables. Within them flow energy waves that amplify the effect of white magic. The cables stretch between healing towers throughout the city, allowing patients to receive the latest treatments. That is why few in this land die of illness or disease. The people live in good health everlasting.
Esto es como si en el Digimon coge y le das melones.
Waves that amplify the effect of white magic. Is such a thing truly produced here in this?
Le das chanmelo.
Well, the more precise term would be extracted rather than produced. Before I left Eternia, I was thankful for their beneficence. I harbored not a doubt in my mind. But now... Idea? From where does this cable... Idea? I thought that might be you! Hmm? It's been ages! We were classmates at the Officers' Academy! Oh... I was worried when I heard you'd been assigned to the Sky Knights. What a relief to see you safe and sound.
Bueno.
Oh, and I heard about your mother too.
¿Mi madre?
Mother? Has something happened to her? Nobody told you? She was recently admitted to the central
No.
The central healing tower? What happened? You really have no idea, do you? Well, you'd better go pay her a visit then.
Vale, pues nada. Vale. Lo vamos a dejar por ahí. Ahora sí, de verdad. ¿Me va a guardar? ¿Puedo hablar contigo? ¿Te gustaría presentarte a alguien? No. Nivel 35, ¿sabes, tío? Soy 56. Partida guardada. ¿Qué estoy jugando? Salir. Por hoy está